Hey guys, it's Sleepy Reader. I'm back from kind of a long vacation, and this is my Sleepy Vlog number 2. Sleepy Log turned out to be a bad title. Little did I know. So, on the vacation, it's sort of... Vacation's much better than real life. It's a bit of a shock to be back to real life. But what I didn't get to do much on vacation was watch your videos. And I did read some comics, but not as many comics as I had hoped. So for that part, I'm glad to be back to real life. Hope to keep making a steady stream of videos now, and got a lot of back reviews left over to do. One thing on my vacation was it was a gathering of my 2 siblings and their children and my parents. And I'm the comic book uncle, the one we all give each other presents, and I give all the kids a graphic novel. I gave some of them Avengers this time, and some others, Runaways, and the oldest one got DMZ. But they're all talking to me and giving me their opinions of Batman and Avengers and other things like that. And one thing that came out after a while is they all thought these things aren't published anymore. Because what I'm giving them generally, not with DMZ, but with most of them, is trades of older material. Because I know that that's, when they're 10 and 11 or younger than that in the past, that's safe stuff. I can judge if I give them, the Fantastic Four, Galacticus, Silver Surfer trilogy, that will be fine and won't upset their parents with anything too adult or what was that? Anyway, so I just thought it was interesting. They did not think that Batman or the Avengers or the Fantastic Four were ongoing. They thought that was completely something of the past that only existed in movies now. So again and again, we see how the comic book industry has been only serving a much older audience, and I think that's a big shame. It's also a big shame that what they do have out there does little to serve young girls, because my daughter loves superheroes. We once brought her Wonder Woman action figure to the park, and it was Wonder Girl action figure, and all the other girls at the park ran over to come look at it. If there was readily accessible superheroes for girls, they'd be as interested in them as boys, at least at these young ages. They love things that have superpowers, and they love the costumes, and my daughter at least she wants to know the backstory, as we call it, about each superhero, where they come from, what their powers really are. I think this is how little boys, when they do get hooked, if they know about comics and superheroes, this is how they get hooked. And if we had ones for girls, they would get hooked too. And given that presumably the comic book industry and we comic book readers want comics to continue into the future and bring in new generations, it would certainly behoove us to bring in the girls too. So there's my preachy thought of the day. Let's see. I wanted to give a shout out to talking about younger people liking comics. I wanted to give a shout out to some of the newer reviewers who are quite young. Early or mid-teens, I think, or at least I'm not sure about the ages of everyone, but I want to give a shout out to some who are already doing reviews on a pretty regular basis, and I love watching people's reviews or their thoughts about things they're reading. So one is jjsperos, and of course I'll put a link to his channel down below. I really don't know how old he is. Somewhere in his teens, I would assume. And he he's been putting out a lot of reviews, and he's getting better at reviewing all the time, and he's a good reviewer to begin with. So check him out. And then many of you may know, but I'm not sure, the Twin Titans, because they've left a lot of comments in the past, and they've started their own video channel, and they do some great reviews of what they've been reading too. I believe the Twin Titans are around 14, or they were when they mentioned their age to me. But they do a great job, and some of these kids are future artists and writers of comics too, of course. So check out the Twin Titans also. On my trip, I read 2 volumes of The Unwritten. I was going to buy the 3rd volume right away, but my comic book store didn't have it, so I've ordered it and the 4th volume online. I've really been enjoying The Unwritten, thanks to Ghost Critic. And I guess I probably would have enjoyed them better as floppies, I think. But it is one endless long story, or set of stories within stories within stories. So it works well as trades. I'm still thinking about how I like to read comic books best. In a lot of ways, the floppies are most desirable as a way to view the art. But the stories are so often aimed at trades. I also read Daredevil, the first Mark Waid Daredevil trade, and that was really good. But would I have liked those better in floppies? I don't know. Does it change my actual enjoyment of things, or have I just currently am on a kick to get things in floppies? So I don't know. Well, going back, talking about new people on YouTube, this kind of relates. I now have over 150 subscribers, but really I think I only have, this is totally a guess, but I think I really only have 60 or 70 viewers. I think I get a lot, lately I've been getting a lot of people adding themselves on as subscribers, but I'm not seeing any bump in viewers, or not much of a bump. So I think that I'm glad I got all those subscribers, but I think I may have, gotten most of the people who actually want to view me, and maybe we'll slowly add on more viewers while adding on a lot of subscribers. I think maybe people subscribe because I've subscribed to their channel, or they saw a comment by me. So sometimes, as far as I can tell, they've subscribed but haven't yet even watched a video by me. So we'll see. It'll be weird. I'll have 200 subscribers but still be getting 60 views on my regular review videos. My number of views bumps up if there's something particularly interesting in the title, I've noticed. Like the review where Punk Rock Jesus was prominent had a lot of viewers. But when I looked at the analytics that you can get from YouTube, the viewership went way down, within the first minute. So that episode probably had no more real viewers, and maybe even less real viewers than a lot of my other comic book review videos. Same thing with my Commandy digital review. That got a lot of hits, but not many sustained viewers. Although I also will say the analytics that YouTube has are clearly somewhat inaccurate, because once I got one that showed 0 viewers at the end of my video, but I actually got comments responding to things I'd said at the end of my video. So I assume that those analytics are roughly correct. So I have videos where the viewership drops down to 20% within the first minute, and I have other videos where it stays up around 75-80% throughout the video. And I'm not going to analyze that in terms of my own performance or anything, because I'm just doing these for myself and for anyone who's interested, and I'm not I'm purely an amateur. I'm not seeking a big audience. But if you have started a new a new vlog, a new comic book video channel, and you have very few subscribers, I think if you do what I did without planning to, you'll probably increase your number of subscribers, which is subscribe to a lot of other people's channels who do similar things. I was doing that just because I was interested. I ended up subscribing to a huge number of channels. I probably need to pare some of those down because some of the people don't really discuss comics very often. And then comment on a lot of videos because people will click through on your comments if you made an interesting comment to see what kind of channel you have and maybe subscribe there. And I think at first, my first 50 subscribers gave me a big boost in viewership, and then it's been a diminishing return for how many subscribers versus viewers I get. And certainly after I had, averaged 40 viewers or 35 viewers per video, I was quite happy because I just wanted to reach the little community here and like-minded people. But I say that also because I saw one of the younger people's sending out personal messages asking people to look at his videos, and another one putting comments in people's videos just saying, check out my videos. And I think that probably doesn't work. If someone sees an interesting comment by you, they'll probably go look at your videos. The other thing is to keep putting out videos steadily. I think another thing is to have okay audio, because most of us aren't that great to look at, but we're listening to each other. So you got to be able to hear what the other person's saying. I don't have the greatest audio in the world, but I try to make my audio okay. Hopefully right now I'm not speaking too close to my microphone or too far away. So I try my best to make the audio okay. Some people have really great audio, and I really like their videos a little better because of that. On Sunday, when I got back from my vacation, I hit up my comic book store to get my normal pickups, and I also grabbed a bunch of $1 comics from a dollar bin at another store. And right now, it seems like that's the cheapest bins I can find near where I live. I get very jealous when I hear people say 50 or 25-cent bins. There was a store that had a huge sale back in May where a huge number of their comics were for 50 cents, but now it's back up to regular prices. So I got some Incredible Hercules. I read 5 or 6 issues of this way back and really liked it and meant to pick up some more. So these are all in a row, part of a Love and War arc. I don't know if I have the complete arc. I'm guessing not. I have the first 4 issues. Just a random Thor. So these are all $1. Justice League International, Mr. Miracle, since I'm collecting anything Kirby related at DC. And then I picked up a bunch of Stormwatch issues, and I read these digitally. So now I'm picking up the floppies for $1. And digitally I paid $1.99 for them. So in the end I paid $2.99, $3 for them to own them digitally and in floppy. I have number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7. And the reason why I grabbed these when I saw them 8 is because I love the artwork in them. Miguel, oh wait, he's not doing all of them. But when he does, I love it. Miguel Sepulveda, I really like his artwork a lot, and that made me like Stormwatch a lot, and now he's on Red Lantern, so I switched over to Red Lanterns. I'm still trying to decide whether to stick with Stormwatch, which is kind of flailing about right now. Tor, Joe Kubert's Tor, always liked that character. They tried reviving it a little while ago. Love Joe Kubert's artwork. cavemen. They can be fun. Some random Supermans from the New 52. I think this shows you what that comic book store that I got these at was over ordering or couldn't sell. So Superman's not doing as well as the comic book store thought, which isn't a surprise given everyone's reaction to Superman these days. And some Action Comics. I think I stopped reading Action Comics with number 3, and then I picked up one other issue later on. So I have 3 more issues to try out what Grant Morrison's been doing with for not spending much money. So, yeah, I guess if I find other New 52s that I did buy digital for the first 6 or 7 issues available cheaply, I'll probably pick them up if they're ones that I liked or am interested in. I had that Dreadstar haul a while back where I got 22 issues but missing number 9, and I picked up number 9 at the same store for $1.95. And I thought that was worth doing, although at New Cadia I was getting them for about $1.10. So this is really early in the morning before I go to work. I think I'll do another vlog pretty soon, and I've got some reviews coming up. Really, everything I do is a vlog, right? It's just a video diary of my comic book reading. But what everyone's calling a vlog is when you just have a more general discussion rather than a focused review or haul or whatever. And I've noticed one more person doing that. I've noticed that David Lee has started a vlog. I think he's calling it Talk About Comics or something. I should check. I should have written down what the name of his vlog is, but I enjoyed that. So yeah, it's fun when people just talk generally about what they're thinking about comics. And I've got a lot of other random thoughts, but I probably should go now. So I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.